What's up, YouTube? Um, I came today to give y'all a message. Um, you might see bags up under my eyes because I haven't been sleeping, due to the demons that harass me so bad. I don't get a chance to go to sleep. And then I was crying today anyway, so that's what that was about. But I just wanted to tell you guys that Jesus is around the corner. He, he is coming to rapture. And I mean, sooner than you can even blink your eye. So if your house is not in order, please get it in order. You know, make sure that you have all, your cards in the deck. You um, God um, revealed something to me, and I probably read it 1,000 times, but it didn't pertain to me until up until now. I read it 1,000 times, but I guess I didn't really read it. You know how you read something but you don't really read it. You read it but you didn't give it a lot of thought as you read it. Well, it's First Peter's chapter 4 or verse 4. No, it has to be, yeah, verse 4 or chapter 4, one of the two. And I want to let you guys know that the manifold temptation is out there, you know. And what I mean by that is that there have been, well, for me, let me speak for me. Um, I can remember back in the days where certain things were easier to resist. And so I could easily say no, but this is something different. You know, I think that the temptation that's out here now, I feel it tugging at me and warring at my flesh. Like it's as if I can't say no, you know. And the gang stalking has increased. The demonic, the demon, all like all these demons and stuff. That's increased. But I know why. The veil has been lifted, so you're gonna see a lot of strange stuff. You know, and I don't care if nobody don't believe me or not. It's a moon that sits over my house, and this moon, I know it's not the moon. I'm a lot more smarter than that, but it portrays to be the moon. It even has a North Star right beside it, and I see you can see the craters on it and everything. When I record it on camera, it looks like a bright something, but it doesn't look like the moon. But that's only because on camera, on video, it doesn't come off like that. But if you see it in person, you can see you can see the craters and everything. But anyway, I've always had stars following me. Now I got the moon following me. And so everywhere I go, this big old mass of, it looks just like the moon. It follows me everywhere I go. It's responsive. And I ask it a question. It doesn't talk, but I can say, like I asked it, are you the moon? Go up and down for yes, side to side for no. And it does it. It'll answer a question like that. But, I mean, regardless of that, I said all of that to say that the veil has been lifted. We're dealing with stuff that is not normal. You know, and so that means that the spiritual realm and the earthly realm have come together, and that there is, because before, in order for demons to come over here, they had to either get your permission, you do a seance, or you invite them over, or they trick you, and but now they come and go as will, at will. You know, um, it's getting hard out here, you know, and you better know the word of God, and you better have it in your heart, because if not, the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy, you know. And there was a time just a couple of days ago where, I would drink my wine. I always got a bottle of wine. But now I'm seeing where God says, stay sober minded. You understand what I'm saying? Because the enemy will come in and trick you. You know, he will trick you, and it's hard. It's hard to decipher his schemes and his tricks sober. So you can imagine when you're under the influence. You know, I'm not saying that it's not okay to drink, to have a glass of wine or two. You know, but me, I drinks the whole bottle. So, you know, I had to let that go. You know, with me, you gonna always get 100% honesty because I don't want nobody thinking I'm fake. You know, what you see is what you get. You know, but I just noticed, you know, everything that's going on, and it hurts me to my heart. You know, because God said that, told me that the world I once knew is gone. This is the world that you knew has passed away. This is something totally different that we're living in. You know, and I see it. I mean, everywhere I go, every it's like demons are everywhere. You know, everybody's possessed, or you know, it's, I don't know, you know, and I think what hurts me the most is that I am a man of God, and I do have faith in God. I have faith in God, but sometimes this gang stalking begins to be begins to be too much. I never I always thought to myself, oh man, I got this, I got it together. Ain't nothing but some spirits and some demons and whatever. But when they are on you 24 hours a day, no matter what you do and how you do it, I get unemployment. So when I try to file for my unemployment, sometimes it takes me all day because they'll keep telling me I got the wrong password, wrong password, wrong password. Um, you know, I might be playing a game on my phone and they'll just keep messing it up, and I have to keep restarting I mean, dealing with that. I mean, I know that sounds small and petty, but when it happens every single day, you understand what I'm saying? Every time I get on my knees to pray, I got demons touching me and rubbing me and sliding down my back, slithering down my side, and you know, and I know that there's nothing there, but nonetheless, it gets irritating. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I dare not doze off and go to sleep. The moment I doze off and go to sleep, this thing attaches to my heart, like, it be sucking my energy. And I know God said I never put more on you than you can bear. I know that, but this is what I can bear. This is it's a bit much. It's a bit much, you know. And it's something that I've learned that narcissists, weapons against the righteous. You know, they lie so much. You know, I thought I knew I had a friend. Well, let me rephrase that. I know someone who is a narcissist, but I've been knowing him for over 4 years. So I pretty much know everything. At least I thought I knew everything about him. You know, and I mean, I don't understand how you can help somebody and be so kind to a person, and they treat you like, and then continue, even when you catch them in the truth, they continue to lie in your face. You know what I'm saying? And I have got to let that go, you know, and stop saying, oh, well, I don't have more friends and that's why I deal with this person. Well, it's better to have no friends than to deal with that, because I can see now that they're out for my demise. You really want me dead. And let's, um, yesterday, so, I was getting on him about something. I said, you know what you did was wrong, and it was absolutely wrong. And by all rights, I have the right not to deal with you anymore, or be your friend, or even have any association with you, and you know you hurt me by doing this, and whoopie 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 whoop, yada yada yada. And they was like, "I'm sorry you feel that way." And then it's like maybe 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was like, "Well, did you want to take a ride out to the mountains, to the national forest? Are you?" I wouldn't go anywhere with you. Talking about much less the national forest. Why? So you can kill me? And I know he's out to kill me. I'm gonna tell you why. Every time he invites me to go somewhere, it's like stupid, creepy places. Like, hey, you want to go down to the water basin? Basin. It's like some like when like where the water, the excess water runs off and it goes into like this thing, and then people they walk and ride their bikes along it, like the L.A. River or something like that. But they got like different bridges and tunnels and stuff you can walk under and go. I would never. And then when you ask me to go, it's always late at night, or it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not stupid, my nigga. Come on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they are so smart that they're stupid, and they don't realize that everybody is not stupid like you. I Let me let that go. But I I should be further along with my walk with God. And but one thing I never let the devil do. I never let him tell me that God won't forgive me. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I did it 50,000 times, back to back to back. I'm going to still ask the Lord for forgiveness. Now, it's up to him whether he forgives me or not. You understand what I'm saying? And if he does, I'm grateful. And if he doesn't, I have to accept that. You know, I know that the wages of sin is death. And I try not to be a repeat offender, but I'm going to be honest with you. It is what it is. But and the reason why I'm saying that like that is because that's in the past. It's done and over with. I can't bring that back. All I can do is try not to repeat what I've done in the past. If you understand what I'm saying. Um, I got fired from my job for no reason. No reason. You know what I'm saying? A job that I've been on for 2.5 years. No, yeah, almost 3. And you know that hurt me to my heart. And you know it hurt my soul. That as hard working as I am, and as much time and effort I gave them, they fired me from my job for no reason. You know, because I'm a man of God. You know, and I understand that we as Christians must partake in Jesus Christ's suffering. I get that part. You know, and it hasn't been too bad. You know, I even though I expect it to get worse, but you know it becomes a bit much, like I said, you know. And I've seen it. I'm gonna tell y'all, the temptation is real. Anything that you want, you can have. The devil knows that his time is up, and his time is short, and it's up, and he's giving away anything that you want. If you can imagine it, poof, it's there. Trust me, I've seen firsthand for myself. You know, but just be vigilant and be ready. And I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I really don't think I'm gonna make it. You know, because I allow my emotions to affect me, and I'm trying to stop doing that. Meaning that my feelings that get hurt, and when my feelings get hurt, or I feel like somebody has wronged me, instead of me praying about it or saying, okay, it is what it is. Someone hurt you. Get over it. You know, if you have to vent and cry about it. Get over it, and snap back, and get yourself back together. But with me, when people do me wrong or I feel like people have hurt me or wronged me, I go out and I feel like that's an excuse to go do wrong. Oh, since I'm gonna go get me a bottle of wine, or I'm gonna smoke me a blunt. I deserve that after I didn't got hurt for no reason, and I have to understand that people are going to get hurt. You're gonna get hurt more. That the times I realize now that the times that I did get hurt, and you're probably gonna get hurt 5 or 6 more times, you know, if you allow people into your life or into your circle, you know. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. The narcissists, the sociopaths, and the psychopaths, I always say that, and I'm not sure. I always used to say that these people don't have souls. Then I'll come back and say, well, they have souls, but they don't have a they they're detached from their souls and detached from their higher power. And so therefore these people are empty vessels. Therefore, this is the devil's God has given the devil dominion over the world right now. And so he uses these empty vessels. Well, they're not empty, they're full of demons. But what I'm trying to say is that I used to think that these people were just evil, but they didn't realize what they were doing. Like, how to put this? Like, they do bad stuff, but they don't do it intentionally. It's just in their nature. But now I realize now that these people, they are not only evil. You know, in the Bible it says that the wheat and tare has to come up together. I believe in my heart that these people know that they're the wheat. They know that they're headed for damnation. Because as many of them as I try to speak to or counsel to, the way they act is more like they don't try to, like, they're not like, oh, I don't want to hear it. No, they listen. They do listen, but nothing changes. It's like, oh, okay, okay, and they'll go right back to doing whatever it is they're doing. The same exact thing. Is like it went in one ear and it went out the other. But and I know people might say, well, that's what most people. This is something different. These people, this is how I feel. They know that they are weak. I mean, that they are terror. They know that they're headed for damnation. They know that once the Lord comes, it's over. They know this. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they all share a conscious mind. Like they say that they all have a hive mind. They share one subconsciousness. They know stuff about, like, if one knows something, all of them know something. I know that sounds really weird, but it's the truth, you know. And so I I don't want to tell you how I know this, but trust me, I know. I know. I know. You know, it's beginning to, this world that we living in is just terrible. I don't have a lot to say. Well, this morning, I just really wanted to vent. You understand what I'm saying? I couldn't sleep. I've been stressed out, crying, and depressed, and I don't. God didn't intend for me to live like this. It's just basically how it is. I I knew God had a calling on my life, but I didn't know it was gonna be like this. And I know God is not even He's not even done with me yet. I don't even think I went through the hard part, you know. But just imagine the people around you that you love the most don't love you. You know, the people that you trust the most, could care less about you, you know. And no matter how much you try to tell them or how much you try to wake them up, they don't they're, they don't respond to it, you know. Um, I thought to myself, my mother, she drinks and stuff. She drinks and that's about it, you know. She's committing adultery. She's living with a man, and I'm sure they fool around. I guess I don't know, but she's living with him, and she likes her wine, and she drinks a little more than she should. But I just think to myself, the same woman who taught me about God and who taught me everything I know about the Lord, she may not make it into heaven because the pathway to heaven is so broad. I mean, it's so narrow. I mean, excuse me. And I kick myself in the ass, excuse my language, because I'm not doing everything that I should be doing as a man of God. And nobody wants to hear you preach to them if you ain't got your stuff together. And it hurts me that I can't tell my mother anything because nobody wants to hear it. If you're still doing it, don't preach to me about drinking and you got a 40 ounce on the table over there. But I don't know. I just I never thought that my mother or my son might not make it, into heaven. And the reason why I say might not, I'm only going by the lifestyles that they live. And the same goes for me. I'm no exception. You know. And that's if they don't make the rapture, that doesn't mean that they won't make it into heaven. But if you can do if you can't make it now, it's very doubtful that you'll make it after the rapture. And again, it's not for me to say who's going to ascend into heaven and who's going to ascend into hell. Only God knows that. God says, I have mercy on whom I choose to have mercy on. And we cannot be judges. So I'm not judging anyone. I'm merely speaking on what I see. But I don't know. I'm just rambling on and talking. I didn't really have a lot to say. So you guys excuse me if I'm not really talking about much. It's just that I had a few things on my heart, and the idolatry, seek ye the kingdom of God first, and everything else will be added unto thee. I don't think we realize how big of idolaters we are. Anything that you do more than having a relationship with God, that is an idol, and that is your God. So if you shop more than you pray, if you eat more than you commune with God, if you talk on the phone more than you do talking to God, that becomes your God in a sense. God wants your undivided attention. He's a very jealous God, and I had to learn that the hard way, and As for the game stalking, I wish I could tell y'all what they do to me, but I'm too embarrassed to tell people what they do to me. But I can say that the stuff that comes out of my body, I have never, you know, but there are some times that I just don't think I'm gonna make it, you know. It becomes so overwhelming, you know, and I have to, you know, I try, and then it just leads me back down the same path, you know, because there are times that it gets so overwhelming. I gotta get high. I got to. That's the only thing that's gonna solve this. And I know that's not the answer. You know, it's a immediate answer, but it's not the answer. Yeah, that takes away the pain right then and there. But it puts me back into sin, and it's only temporary. You know, um, people that you care about, or at least you know, you kind of want it. I don't know, like people that I genuinely care about. They don't want to be my friend, or they don't want to be around me because they're jealous of me. You know, I mean, I don't know. I think I'm not saying I have it all, but God has blessed me. You know, in in that sense, and so I love sharing with my friends. And if I have it, they have it. You know, and I guess I would think that if I had a friend who would share whatever they had with me, or sometimes I was giving my friends more than I gave myself, but they don't. Well, I shouldn't even say friends, but people, my associates, they don't. That's a shame when people are so jealous of you that they can't even be around you, be in your presence. You know, and I know God says that we have to be set apart. You know, you have to be set apart. Get away from these people. You know, um, if you know they don't mean you any good, if you know they're not your friends, and you know they're not Christians or men and women of faith, if you know that they're not headed down the same path as you, stay away from them. Because ultimately, they're just trying to lead you back down the road that you came from. And I understand that. Um, ooh, man, comfortable. But there are sometimes I'll be too scared to go to sleep. I can't go to sleep because if I do that thing, it'll get me. But it's hard for me. You know, I have so many um, issues. I have doctor's appointments I haven't even went to. Um, just I was supposed to go to an oncologist to get checked out. They told me that I had traces of cancer in me, but it wasn't active. But that was like 2 years ago, and now I I'm beginning to see blood in my stool and stuff like that. And I sometimes I don't know if it's because I'm not. I know this is a little personal, but I'm always honest with y'all. So what you see is what you get. I don't know if it's because my stool is too hard. It's not a lot of blood. It's just, and but I I need to go But I don't want to go because if I go, I can't deal with nothing else. If they tell me that I have any type of cancer, I can't deal with nothing else. My uncle, my dad's brother, is dying of cancer right now, pancreatic cancer. And I understand that it's better to know now than to wait until it's too late and they can't help you. But I just can't deal with nothing else right now. It's a lot more, but I haven't shared with you guys and told you. But I can't deal with nothing else. I mean, I can't. I can't deal with nothing else. I don't care what it is. I can't. I'm sorry. I don't even look like myself, you know. I'm gonna do something y'all ain't seen. You probably have never ever seen me do. But I gotta smoke this cigarette. I'm sorry. And I know somebody might say, "Where's your faith in God?" Oh, I have faith. If I didn't have faith in God, I'd be gone. I wouldn't even be here. That's the only thing that keeps me going. But you know, and I know that this is only the beginning. I don't mean to speak negativity into my life. You know, we're supposed to speak encouraging words and, you know, uplifting words and speak life over our life. You know, I get that part, but the truth is that it's gonna get worse. You know, it'll probably get worse before it get better. And man, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I know I made this video rather long, and half of y'all probably didn't cut it off before it even got to the end of it. But um, I appreciate y'all watching and listening. And I don't know. I just tired. Tired. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm gonna turn the damn video off. Oh my goodness. Hold on. They got a pen. Oh, there it is.